Welcome, Ricardo. Got your son Diego loaded up here for his swings at the batting cage. I really like his swing. I know exactly what you're talking about when you're asking about his knob pointing back at the catcher and straightening the bat. It's lengthening his swing. It definitely is doing that, and I'll show you that. And I'll show you, and also include a video of what I think you can do to fix that. One of the things that when we look at his swing, he does a very good job on the bottom half. It's just the top half just gets involved too early, and especially for his age, 8 years old. I mean, he's got a very good lower half, and if we can just, it's hard for kids. They see the ball being pitched, and they want to start the swing. Okay, and by starting the swing, that means moving those hands, and as you can see. Right here, those hands get moved back away and out away from the body. That ends up straightening the arm and creating a long swing. Okay. Very easy to, have that happen because he wants to hit the ball, so the hands are moving. This lower half. He does a great job at this lower half. I really like this. He comes through and he gets in a good position. I mean, that's a great position for an 8-year-old, for even a 14, 15-year-old. I mean, he's got a very good swing. He's got that going through his toe. The only thing, I would maybe mention here is on this front foot. If it's blocked off, it's a little harder to maintain the balance, as the hips come through because you're blocking off that front foot. It does help him straighten it a lot better, and that's one of the pros of it. But if, I'm not saying open it up all the way, but a, 45 or so angle is acceptable. It helps the hips get through. But very good lower half. So let's look at that upper half. When he comes through, if those hands and the bat get away from that shoulder and start to swing, that's going to lengthen the swing. You can see on this one, because of that, his hands and his hips are kind of coming through at the same time. Well, if you do that, you don't really create any torque. And the torque is what's going to give you that power. So even though he's in a good position, he doesn't arrive there with any power. His arms are already extended, and when he gets to point of contact, there's nothing left, and he kind of, falls back, and it's kind of off balance because he just didn't have anything left on that swing. We look at the second swing that I got here. Kind of the same thing. You can see he starts getting those hands out away from the body, and the hands and come through, and then he's throwing his hands at the ball. There's nothing left on the swing. Okay, if we bring in a side-by-side comparison, and then let's look at this batter. He's got a very good. I've got this video because it's in good high definition. He does a lot of great things right here, a lot of things that you'll see a lot of major leaguers do. It's just that it's hard to get major league swing of a Tulowitzki or any of the good, a Cabrera or any of those guys. But as you can see here, he's got the knob pointed back. He starts in that position, so it's easier to get into that position. Some guys will start with their hands lower, and they'll arrive at that position. Bryce Harper is one of those. Bryce Harper will start with his hands down, but by the time he steps and plants, he's in very similar position. Okay, so that's, if you can get in that stance and get those hands and just have him see it in the mirror, to start with his hands like that, then chances are when he takes the step, he can arrive there a lot better. But the key comes in trying to keep those hands nice and tight, okay? Nice and tight, and the bat in tight. Notice how when he goes in here, and it's like a ballerina. You keep everything inside and nice and tight, you're going to spin a lot faster. And when you spin faster, you've got more power. Okay, so as he comes through, you can see, where was that position with your son? It was, when he ends up in that lower half position, when I'm looking for in that lower half position, notice he's already come through swinging. He's just swinging too early with his upper body. The lower body, you can see he's got a very similar, and that's why I said he's got a very good swing here. What you want to do, notice he's got everything in tight. He's got it all kind of what they call, it's keeping the box. There's a box here, and you got to kind of keep that in there so that you've got some extension at the point of contact. Notice where the ball is. He isn't fully extended here. There's the extension. There's the power as he comes through. So he extends on through, okay, and then he can get a nice, good, high follow through. Okay, it's coming through here. Notice he comes up on that back foot. Okay, all right. And if we look at Diego here, he kind of sits back on that because he just runs out of power. He's swung with his arms straight the whole time as he came through here, as they straighten out here, and it's a lot harder to develop power that way. It's just like I said, it's just like a ballerina. If your hands are out, you're going to spin a lot slower and a lot less power. Okay, so this one he kind of just threw his hands at the ball. This fifth swing, I think he does his best job of getting the hands in a good position. It's kind of out of the frame, but you can see that knob is back there, and he's in a good position. He goes to step, and again, it's just the arms get cast out. He's just kind of casting those hands out away, and what he needs to do is kind of keep that all inside. I'm going to attach a video of a drill that he can do. It's called the torque drill, and you can look it up probably on Google or YouTube, and you'll see some others. This one you'll see kind of what you want to do to order to keep that bat and hands inside as you're rotating. So I think that's what he needs to work on. If he works on that drill, he should be able to really improve that swing. And like I said, I really like that lower half. So hopefully that was of use, and I'll talk to you later.